Check, check. All right. Get this going here. Okay, cool. So this is going to be a little kind of tutorial DJ101 thing for upcoming DJs. This is all kind of like beginner stuff. So if you're a pro, you probably don't really care about this too much, and you probably already got it down pat. So I just know like there's a lot of videos out there that when I was growing up DJing that I had questions about that they were never out there. So I figured I would start from square one for all you up and coming DJs and give you a glimpse into my DJ world. So anyway, I think the most important thing or anything is how to organize your Serato crates or your iTunes folder with your music and everything. Like, how do you keep it organized? And I use an external drive, so I use iTunes. So I have iTunes playlists, but this can be for your Serato crates as well. Really doesn't matter. It's just personal preference at that point and how much hard drive space you have. So anyway, just to get right to it, for the folders on my left, I kind of break them down into a couple categories. One category being like situational type events that I usually come into often. Like, for instance, my B folders, it starts off with the letter B, just so they can stay in the same kind of like vicinity on the playlist column. But you know, I have like the college crowd that I do, so I just dump a bunch of songs in for a situation. Whenever I'm in college, I kind of like always kind of reference that folder, or the corporations or LGBTQ you know, events that I do, or just like the XX is my like Showtime folder. Like whenever I want to, you know, just do me, I go to that, or like a bar, like a good drink set, and then some other fun little tricks. So from there, you can see as we come down, really right here, this is like, then I organize them into like new folders, meaning like this year's new stuff. So like, and the majority of the stuff I play is either EDM, hip hop, or top 40. So I got a new folder for EDM, new folder for hip hop, a new folder for top 40. None of that stuff has old stuff in it. It's all got new stuff. So anything kind of current and cool at the moment, boom, those go in that folder. Then I have like my party folders, and my party folders are honestly just a collection of music since I first, since MP3s first started. So there's a bazillion songs in the party hype and party starters folder, which you just can't go wrong. So anytime, you know, maybe you get drunk, or you can't forget, or you don't know what, or you forget what to play at your gig, boom, I just go to the party starters folder, and you just can't go wrong. It's a mishmash of stuff from the 70s all the way up to 2018. So then I have a top month folder, and the top month folder is just pretty much songs that are hot at the moment, at the month. Now this folder, really, you got to refresh all the time. Like, go back in there and make sure they're current, because I mean, that folder, like I said, I only kind of keep, I mean, as you can see right now, I got 293 songs in there, so I got to go back and really go through all this stuff and really trash some of this stuff. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I mean, I haven't done that for 2018, so that's on my list of things to do. But for the top month, you want to keep, at least for me, I keep those under 100 songs. And then you got your decades folder, which I constantly work on. But pretty much decades folders, like I start from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, as you see. And I just pick pretty much the hot tracks of that decade. The ones like you mostly play, or just the ones that, you know, obviously are on Billboard, people are always asking for, that kind of stuff. Those go in your decades folder. From there, I get a little bit more into like genre stuff. Like, I got my B-boy folder, and then I break it down with you know, pretty much genre style. As far as like, you can see, I got like the country, I got E-hop, which we used to do in my old group, Three Red Brothers. We got Latin, reggae. Then from those big genres, I can break it down into being even more specific, which the ones and you can see with rock there, I kind of start doing that, and I break down the classic, the grunge, the hair bands, the indie, the metal, Although there is no metal because I don't really play too much metal. Yeah, so then, and you can really break it down into, like, as you can see here with the dance. I mean, and, dance has every kind of genre possible, but, it's just how intricate you want to get. Sometimes I get lost in them, to be quite honest with you, and I really just make them more just for organizational stuff. So, for instance, if I'm in, dance, I'm usually going to my EDM folder. And then if if a crowd likes the EDM and they're all digging it, then I'll go into like subcategories where, like, okay, they like the classic dance, or they like drum and bass, or shoot, they like all that hard style stuff. And, Moombahton, you can just kind of, like I said, go through those genres. I try to keep those pretty precise, though. Like, I don't want like 500 songs in every folder. Like, that's not the point. You want to get those songs that are really good and really work. So I also do the same thing with hip hop. You got the hip hop, the classics, the Dirty South, female hip hop. I got Mobile, Alabama, because I visit there a lot, so I make their own folder. Got the party rock, hip hop, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, you kind of can see how I break those down. And this is just what works for me, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, my way is not the best way, for sure. But, I mean, every other way sucks, you know what I'm saying? So, trust me. But, yeah. So, sum it up. I break them down into situational gigs, current folders, okay? All-time collection folder, hot songs of the month, decades folders, then genre-specific folders. Hope that helps. And yeah, see you on the flip side.